Hello everybody and welcome back to Pravus Gaming and more Banished, Colonial Charter, New Cardiff, and all that stuff. Gosh, we're getting all manner of different food lately. Well, I mean livestock, beef, cows, chickens, and sheep. I actually want seeds now. We could place a custom order, but I'm not going to bother with that. Kumquats. Limes, kiwis. How the heck you got kiwis out here? I have no idea. Fruit jam, guava? Pickled vegetables and stuff? Good lord. There's a lot of stuff that we could be doing right about now, isn't there? Now see, this is something I like. Look at the little mountain valley farms and stuff going on over here. That's kind of cool. Come on, I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the only person who thinks that it is cool. Do we ever switch this stuff ever off of charcoal? I don't think we're producing any coke anymore. Let's produce coke. And you continue making furnace fuel out of coke. Smithy is getting capped on tools. You know what? We're going to increase the cap up to 150. And I'm going to turn the water water wheel sawmill back on. This foundry has been having a hard time keeping up with iron needs. We're not producing enough anymore. I wonder if we're running out of iron ore. We haven't mined any in a long time. Iron ore. 420. You would think we're okay on that front. I'm not too sure why it's a problem. By the way, I did some looking up on the building supplies, and it looks, from what I understand, like the bricks, copper pipe, and logs is the cheapest. Technically, the cheapest input cost in order to produce building supplies. So I'm actually going to go ahead and switch the metalsmith to making copper pipes. Copper pipes. There you go. That's what I'm trying to say. Anyway, alright, so this clothier is done. The weavers should be producing some cloth, and sure enough they are. Let's see if we can make something good out of that. Full coats or frock coats out of leather and cloth. Well, we're just going to do full coats for the time being. So now we have leather and we have cloth. That's excellent. What's here? Leather, military supplies, more eggs, reeds, glassware. Cured leather is pretty expensive. Let's see. Still need a few more homes. Alright, I think I can be persuaded to do that. Let's build a couple more over here. And a couple more over here. Now I want to start getting some of the more obscure building types. Oh, by the way, we finished up our pub, didn't we? The Inn and Garden. There it is. Look at that. It looks kind of nice, right? It's got some little walls and stuff. I could use a little bit of landscaping, some shrubbery along the back. That would be good. Something. I don't know. Anyway, alright, let's go ahead and place the grapes again. Have the farmers get to work. Turn off the pickup. We decided to make them more dense if you missed the last video. We weren't really happy about how they were spreading out the vines. It was a little bit too sparse for my tastes. But yeah. Anyway, so some of the stuff that I wanted to get, more obscure stuff as I was saying, running low on stone as well, good lord, is we want to start getting things like bakeries and things like that. Food refining. I mean, we have, like, rye bread and stuff, right? So why the heck not? Let's go ahead and place ourselves a bakery. I want to start making bread. See exactly what goes into making that. Be kind of fun. We've got all these laborers, and we've got to use it for something, right? Preservist makes preserves, such as jams and pickles out of fruits and vegetables. Jams need sugar from a sugar house. Pickles need spirits from a distillery. And glassware. Interesting. Smokehouse. A variety of fresh food for preserving. Salting house, also for preserving. Sugar house. Sugar cane and sugar beets into sugar and maple sap into syrup. You may further refine maple syrup into sugar, however this is very inefficient, requiring almost twice the amount of raw materials. Interesting. Dairy parlor to make butter, cream, and cheese. We don't have dairy quite yet. Milking barn. If we had some domesticated animals, which is to say domestic cows, we could start milking them. Or goats. Goats would work. Something like that. Old dairy. Windmills. Now, what do these do? Make flour from grain. Flour is not edible and can go either to the bakery for preparing food or traded. That's kind of a huge freaking windmill, isn't it? It's a little oversized, don't you think? I mean, I guess there's nothing wrong with having a big windmill. Could place one out here somewhere. I don't know if that's going to be necessary to make the bakery. Can we turn rye into rye flour-ish kind of stuff? Probably. New merchant has arrived. What do we got? A lot of this stuff. Still don't care. Huh. Transparent fields. Tinneries. This is something we haven't done. Use tin. A tinnery where meat is preserved into tin cans. Now, this I don't think is worth it. Tin and stuff like that is kind of hard enough to come by. But I don't really think that tinneries are that good. Butcher stalls, I don't think we need. Water towers, I think we're good. Well, let's just start with the bakery and kind of see how we feel. A smokehouse wouldn't be a bad idea either, technically. You know, something kind of like this. Although, if I'm going to build that, I probably should build it kind of closer to the sources of venison, which is all up here. Place a smokehouse, like, right over here. That way the deer can watch where they're going to go. I think we'll place it over here instead. Let's get ourselves a smokehouse. I haven't done that before. I'd be interested in seeing what's involved in that. We also should consider getting another church and cemetery in the new side of town, because we're actually getting kind of close to cap down on graves. I wouldn't mind getting some more. We could actually do it over here, in fact. It wouldn't be so bad. Oh, we need a new tailor. Of course we do. Let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, why don't we get a new cemetery going and a new church over on this side of the town. Now, where would I fit said church? That's a good question. Town services, places of worship. And we don't need to place, you know, one of those big old churches this time. We could just place a regular chapel. Kind of like this. That could look kind of good. Yeah. Still don't have a ton of space to place the cemetery, though. The shore house is kind of in the way. Is there anywhere else that would be better? Maybe over here. No, I think I kind of like it better over here. We'll place a chapel next, I think. Place you right there. There we go. And cemetery. We could do a fenceless cemetery. I don't want to do a transparent one. Don't need an abbey. We need to go right here. We can make a... It's too small, apparently. It has to be wider than that. Oh, that's a shame. Okay, we'll place the cemetery kind of like this. There we go. Of course, we're going to have to use up a lot more of our stone, but we should be mining more stone. We actually may want to consider getting a new quarry in the new town as well. Keep gathering up the stone, guys. Also gather up some iron. New merchant. What do we got? There we go. This is somebody we want to pin and keep for a little while. Barley, apricots, tobacco leaf. Aha! We could get into a whole new industry. Parsnips, spinach, field onions. Beans are usually quite good. Cherry, figs, blueberries, pumpkin, sugar beets. Go for some sugar. There's a lot of stuff that we could do, but first, let's go ahead and get ourselves some tobacco. I'd like to get myself into that industry, if you don't mind terribly. And is there anything else that costs 3,000 flat? Yeah, the sugar beets. You know what? We're also going to get this. We're going to trade away all this charcoal. But I'm going to go ahead and get sugar beets so we can make sugar, and tobacco leaf so we can make tobacco. Trade. I'm going to keep you here for a little bit because things like, you know, blueberries and beans and cherries and stuff still sounds appealing to me. I would like to have some more farming types available to me. But yeah. Okay. Good. So, you can start growing sugar beets. Now, what does... I'm guessing this little green box indicates what would be appropriate for a plantation. I'm just guessing here that that's what's going to go on. If that is the case, we actually do want to consider getting a new area for plantations. Let's see. This radius is still kind of big. I want to fill this area out. We needed a new area. A new area for this. What would be appropriate, though? Where could we start growing some tobacco crops? It's a good dang question now, ain't it? I guess more over here. I kind of want to break this up a little bit to make it look better. But I'm not too sure what to do about that. Oh, coffee seeds. You know what's weird is I looked at this and I thought this looked a little bit like lettuce, and I just kind of wrote it off in my brain as lettuce heads. But no, that's a freaking coffee seed. I forgot that coffee is kind of a greenish color until you roast it to a dark brown. Yes, that is interesting, isn't it? It's a bakery supplier. Go away. They have smoked chilies, though. I mean, who doesn't like smoked chilies? Are we out of copper? We are producing a lot of the copper. What's the problem here? What are we running out of? What's stopping them from making enough copper? 3 copper ingots. We're using it up too fast, apparently. Which I find surprising. Shouldn't we have a whole lot more copper? 3 copper goes here, and they make pipes out of it. 10 copper ingots? Good lord, these things do not work fast enough, do they? Well, we could upgrade them to a dark copper ore mine shaft. I mean, what else would you use our candles for, right? Once it starts running out, that is something I think we ought to do. Another merchant has arrived. Oh gosh, we have so many traders. Alright, I'm just going to ignore him. I'm just going to ignore him for a while. We don't need it. We don't need anything you have. But yeah. Where are we producing this stuff? Because we're out of stone and iron. Okay, we're running out of iron again. We need like a foundry or something. I need more iron. This is getting ridiculous. Let's go to smithing. Now, before we had done like a big water foundry, I'm not sure we can fit one of those this time, though. Yeah, I don't think. Well, what is this? Is this a flattening area? What is this? Cancel removal. You were removing something? I don't remember doing that. Huh. We actually might be able to put another water foundry right here. No. This area is still a little bit messed up. Can we do that? Does that solve the problem? Doesn't look like it would, but it might. No, it's still all messed up. I have no idea why it's doing that. Foundry. Can't place there. Could place there. And we're going to, because if we run out of iron, that's going to be a problem for tool production and stuff later. We're using up our iron way too fast all of a sudden. Shouldn't have made those joists. Turns out joists weren't that useful to me. How are we doing as far as our brick production? 762! Alright, we're doing pretty good on bricks now. That's good. Do you want to turn this person back on? We don't have enough kernels. We need to grow more sunflowers. That's something we need. We can get another farm going over here, I guess. And I think we will. Crop field. Doop-a-doop-a-doop-doo. 11 by 11 again. Let's do something more like this. We'll turn that into some sunflower production. We need more seed kernels. They're getting eaten, and then they're making oil, which is also getting eaten. Just proving a little bit problematic, isn't it? We have 5 chickens now. We originally bought 3. We can have up to 16 in this tiny little area right here. Chickens don't need a lot of space or a lot of tending. But they do produce eggs and chicken, and they should produce feathers as well, so chickens aren't terrible. They're okay. There we go. Little vines are growing. This is a little bit more dense. This makes more sense to me. Excellent. Let's go ahead and keep those builders going. Still need more freaking stone. I think I'm going to have to get myself a new quarry. It's taking too long for the laborers to come out here and get all this stone. Which is sad. I'd rather they were a little bit faster about it, but what can you do, really, right? This deep stone and salt mine has plenty of remaining. If we wanted to upgrade this again, we'd have to get some lamp oil instead of just candles. I don't suppose we can increase the number of people working here and actually increase its actual, like, production. Look at all the furniture, by the way. Look at that. I think we should turn off the joiner. We have plenty of furniture, I think. 486. Yeah, let's turn you off. We don't need a joiner. Joiners are not helpful. Pottery is something we could do. How much clay do we have? 2,000. We need to start opening up a new industry. Let's start doing some pottery. I think refined resources, artisans, potter. A potter. That's what we need, a Harry Potter man. Filthy Harry Potter man. There we go. Place one of those. Okay, the bakery's done. Hardtack bread out of flour. Yeah, I think we need to turn the rye into flour. I think we can do that. I'm pretty sure. I mean, who eats just raw rye, right? Nobody that I would know of. We need to get ourselves a windmill then. That's what I'm hearing out of this. Let's go to food production. Not water towers. Not tanneries. Crap. Was it under refined? I don't remember where the windmills are anymore. Food refining? There it is. Alright, let's see. A water mill would make a lot of sense, but it'd be kind of cool to have like a proper windmill over here. Of course, it's not going to fit with the grid pattern very well, but we could do one right here. Yeah, let's do a city windmill. Over by the mountains and stuff like that, you know. It'll catch some of the breeze a little bit better. I think it'll look nice. Haven't built a windmill in this playthrough yet. And windmills, you know, were kind of a common occurrence back in the day. What do you got for me? Scotch, coffee, and spirits. Scotch, really. We should consider opening up a distillery at some point, too. So many different production chains in this game. It's amazing. Like, seriously, truly, it is amazing, isn't it? Still need more freaking stone. Oh, God. It's never enough, guys. Up. Don't crash on me, game. Don't do it. Come on. Gather that stone. I know you want to. I mean, they're doing their job. They're gradually getting the stone. It's just taking forever to transport it to the nearest stockpile. You know, there's a thought. Maybe next to the windmill we should place a stockpile. Yeah, actually, let's do that. That'll help. That'll help speed things along nicely. Place you right like this. And this I actually do need to prioritize. There we go. Okie dokie do. Hey, the church is done at least. Let's get a new cleric going. And we finished the cemetery as well. Can have another 36 graves there. Let's place some more brick roads. Like so. Doop-a-doop-doo. Create a nice little area. There we go. It's kind of a quaint little church. Now, why did a lot of these old-fashioned churches have 3 doors? You know? Why not just one big door going in? I mean, I saw the same thing when I went to Notre Dame in Paris. They also have 3 doors. Now, granted, those doors were works of art in and of themselves, as is everything in Notre Dame. But seriously, though, is there like a reasoning for the 3 doors? Is it supposed to be like a symbolic of the Godhead and 3 in 1 thing? I don't know. It's actually some part of church history and architecture that I would be interested in learning sometime. I should look that up, rather than just ask you guys. But then again, you people are smart. This is the freaking internet. You know? People just tend to know things, and they tell me. They like correcting me. Alright. Let's see. We're capped out on dry goods again. Okay, I'm getting tired of this capped out on dry goods crap. Let's go up to 10,000 limit there. And this potter requires furnace fuel? Really? We're gonna hire a couple of potters. Go ahead and start doing that next. Maybe we need to start producing some furnace fuel on this side of the town. I wish there were some better ways of ferrying around the coke, because I know that a lot of coke fuel and furnace fuel is going to be on this side of town, but not a whole lot down here. You're going to have to walk a long dang way. You almost have to set up new production chains in every central market, which is a bit of a pain, you know what I mean? Just a little bit. We have 2,000 charcoal again. I would like to get a lot of things, honestly. Let's get... Let's get pumpkins and beans. Whoops. Where's the backspace button? I've lost it behind my microphone. There you go. Spend all of that. 2 new crops are available to me. Pumpkins, we could turn into pumpkin ale, if we wanted to. Oh, right. This crop will be... You know what? We shall do the beans. And put in a new farmer. There we go. Okay. And on this side of the world, we shall place a new farm. Crop field. Can't see very well with the snow as it is, but... Oh well. Place you... Do kind of like this, I think. This is 120 squares. Not quite as optimal, but it's pretty good. Come on, little vines, grow! So far, all I'm seeing are your sticks getting taller. Which doesn't make any sense. Oh, crap, we're running out of builders. Or we don't have any need of more builders. Right. Well... We have another sheep, 3. It's producing a tiny bit of wool. Not a lot, but a tiny bit. We're getting some stone in, finally. Should mine out some of this iron as well. Give our new foundry down here something to work with. Yeah, I really feel like we need to get more furnace fuel, and I'm not happy about that, but I think we do. Because otherwise, it's just going to take so long for them to walk to the other side of the world. You know what I mean? I think you know what I mean. I think you understand why I'm frustrated. Alright, let's see. Refined resources. We could get a small fuel refinery here, but why do that when you can get the big one? Right? Well, let's see. I'm going to rotate you around. Placing fuel refinery right next to the tailor may not be the most advisable thing to do, but we're going to do it anyway. Because, you know, why the heck not? There we go. Okay, still have too many builders. Good lord, the population is growing fast. But look how much food and fuel we have. I mean, we're fine. It's not causing any issues at all. I think we should also start growing some tobacco, don't you? I think this is going to be a plantation crop. Let's go ahead and start growing some tobacco. Do some there. Do some there. Yeah. I think that'll be okay. A little road. Like this. There you go. Well, the vines are growing. Of course, they look more like bushes than vines, but whatever. It's probably fine, right? 35 laborers? Good lord. We're up to 172 adults, by the way. We're getting really rapidly toward that 250 goal that we set for ourselves. The smokehouse is done. We can make a whole mess of stuff. Beef jerky with beef cuts. Kielbasa with pork cuts. Hangikcha. And Yali, come here. How do you pronounce that?
I have no idea.
I don't either. It's made of mutton, apparently. Charky jerky, pemmican. More pemmican out of venison cuts. We could use our venison cuts for something, but we need barrels. Oh, good lord, I need to make more stuff. Smoked cheval, smoked fish, smoked cheese. Ooh, smoked chilies. Wedding pemmican? What the heck is wedding pemmican? It's got tallow in it. You got bone tallow and cherries? Weird. No idea. Hey, I think we can increase the number of people working at these, oh no, the sawmill. Whoops, I meant the foundry. Pretty sure. Because I think the new foundry we built over here, yeah, I can have up to 2 people. Alright, can we grow tobacco? Tobacco leaf. Tobacco leaf. Hire a new farmer. Hire a new farmer. Okay. I'm not going to place a new winery until I know how much is needed from the grapes. And it's still going to be a little while before we're able to use that. But what would we need as far as a curing barn? There we go. Tobacco is air cured into pipe tobacco for smoking. Stored at the inn and garden. Requires some rope, but we do have that. So if I wanted to place a little curing barn out here by the crops, we could totally do that. Yeah. I think we should. Place one right there. There you go. Okay. Another person died, of course. The salt boiler was boiled to death in the boiling pan. Really? Seems a tad bit violent. Wheat! The most important crop in the game. Also, the sheep. Oh gosh, the guy that I placed an order from a long freaking time ago has finally come back. And he brought my wheat. It costs 5,000. Jeez. Dude. Little excessive, don't you think? It's not quite enough. 66 and something that's worth 2. We'll trade away a clay and we'll trade away honey. There we go. 1 wheat seed. Of course, it costs so much because we placed a special order. And I don't need the sheep anymore, but I appreciate that somehow you managed to cram 48 freaking sheep onto this tiny little boat. Well done, sir. Alright, all I needed was the wheat seeds, turns out. Thank you, goodbye. No need for the special orders. Alright, let's go ahead and take off clay. We don't need this anymore. And honey was the other thing that we were trading off, which I don't see on here. There it is. Get rid of that. Alright, well, the important thing is now we can make wheat. And wheat can be used to make some pretty good beer. Of course, we aren't making any beans right now, but that's fine. Go ahead and do the wheat. There we go. Okay. We're actually turning this into a pretty agrarian area, aren't we? It's looking kind of nice, if you ask me. At least I think so. Is this thing freaking not done yet? We need more building supplies. What, did we use up all our building supplies again? How much you want to bet we did? Gosh dang it, we did. Alright. Turn this thing on. Use the copper pipes and the bricks and the logs and stuff and make some building supplies. And next time, next week in fact, we'll have to get back to that. Try to make the frickin' windmill so we can start making some flour so we can make some bread. Hopefully our vines will mature quite nicely. Our tobacco is growing. We will cure that into something useful. Send that over to the inn and garden. And between ale and tobacco, our people shall be very happy, I think. Very happily indeed. And we have a frick ton of bricks over here, my lord. We need a massive storage area is what we need. Whatever. I'll kind of figure all that stuff out later. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe if you have not already. And I, as always, will see you guys next time.